Our first movie is True Romance, and this is a movie that sort of resembles an explosion down at the old movie genre factory. The screenplay by Quentin Tarantino cobbles together bits and pieces from every possible kind of male action movie and views them all through a focus of adolescent lust, macho bravado, and lurid stereotyping. The result is totally absurd and kind of fun. The film stars Christian Slater as a loner who works in a comic book store, and one day a soft-core dream walks into his life. Played by Patricia Arquette, she's a sexy blonde who dresses like a Playboy cartoon. It's love at first sight.
Do you have a fella?
Ask me that one a little bit later.
Slater is occasionally visited by the ghost of Elvis Presley, played here by Val Kilmer. The King knows Slater is worried about his girlfriend's lifestyle. She was a hooker, although of course only for 4 nights, but she's still in danger from her vicious pimp.
I do want to kill him, but I don't want to spend the rest of my life in jail.
Hey, man, I don't blame you.
I thought I'd get away with it.
Get away with it? Killing's the hard part. Getting away with it, that's easy. You think a cop gives a fuck about a pimp? Listen, every pimp in the world gets shot. 2 in the back of the fucking head. Cops throw a party, man.
Charged up by Elvis's pep talk, Slater takes on the pimp, played here by Gary Oldman.
Look at here, Charlie. None of this bullshit is necessary. I don't got no hold over Alabama. I just trying to lend a girl a helping hand.
The supporting cast includes not 1 but 2 great character actors, Christopher Walken and Dennis Hopper, as the plot thickens.
Dirty little whore found out we were going to do some business because your son, the cowboy, Miss Flame, came in the room blazing and didn't stop till they were pretty sure everybody was dead.
What are you talking about?
Talking about a massacre. They snatched my narcotics, hightailed it out of there.
True Romance was directed by Tony Scott, who made Top Gun and Beverly Hills Cop 2, but the real trademark on the script belongs to Quentin Tarantino, whose Reservoir Dogs made a big splash last year. True Romance is like a case study of the inflamed fantasies of violent, stupid, amoral, gun-loving, sexually obsessed teenagers. And on that level, which is admittedly a fairly low level, it is well-made and very entertaining. It tells the kind of story that a lot of teenage boys think they would like to live through before they grow up and begin to develop average intelligence, of course.
And I can't tell. Are you recommending the film?
I'm recommending the film as an example of exactly what it is, which is a stupid teenage boy's fantasy.
Yeah, well, I didn't care for it, and I guess on the same basis. I thought that it really was, as you said, completely disorganized, all thrown together, and we have a picture coming up later in this show.
Yes, we do.
That has many of the same kinds of story elements, but they've been organized in a fashion that is more compelling than this.
I agree with what you're saying.
This is really, I think it's kind of sloppy and dumb and not fun.
I think I'm going to agree with you about that picture that's coming up later in the show, but in the meantime, speaking of this picture, I found that it just had an energy level, a kind of manic excitement, a colorful quality to it, and performances by Patricia Arquette and Christian Slater that were fun in their own way as an example of what they are.
Listen, it didn't have a manic intensity to it because it wasn't sustained. It was choppy as heck.
I think it was an entertaining picture.
Not for me at all.